5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Strange Planet Podcast.
Transition. Hey!
Whoa! Hey! Want to turn 3? There we
got it.
There it is.
Hey!
Alright, we made it. We're here. Messed up my hair. First thing,
Messed up your hair?
I got a haircut too.
There you go.
Fix me. Nice.
Perfect.
Here we are.
Style.
Got it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Strange Planet Podcast, the strangest of all the podcasts on the strangest of all the planets. We are your hosts. This is...
Oh, shit. Corey James.
And I'm Anthony Zevatek. There we are.
I've only been doing this for 100 episodes.
Only. As he just said, welcome everybody to the 100th episode of the Strange Planet Podcast. We finally made it.
We made it. If you've been with us this whole effing time, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Thank you. If you've been with us the whole time,
seriously.
thank you so much. It's we couldn't really do it without you guys, could we? It just wouldn't make sense. Corey over here is cutting some cigars.
You want it smaller?
I'll take a little smaller, yeah. I'm not a big cigar guy. Yeah. Corey likes them though.
Oh, yeah, I like my cigars. I figure we celebrate a little bit.
Why not?
We earn it.
Why not? It's been fun.
It has
These
been
100 episodes. We have a huge episode today.
Yeah.
We got a
Well, we
big-
took the week off last week because somebody was on vacation.
I took a little trip. Me and Jess went to Tennessee, Gatlinburg area. It was we left on my birthday, which was last Monday, and had some fun.
Did you go to your your salt and pepper
I
museum?
didn't. Fun fact about Gatlinburg: it has the world's only salt and pepper shaker museum, and I was unable to go. There's so much to do. It was hard to squeeze in the time to do everything. So but it was great. And yesterday, I want to throw a quick shout out to Jess for having a birthday yesterday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Jess.
Yeah, lovely lady. We went out to dinner last night, got wasted. What a time! What a time! Happy birthday, baby!
God damn. Spend a little bit extra money on your cigars. You get good tasting ones, man.
It's worth it to spend a little more.
So here we are.
So there we go. We're gonna get started today with. Actually, we're gonna do some quick news in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Today we lost King Kong Bundy. Passed away today at the age of 61. King Kong Bundy, of course, if you know wrestling, he was a huge part of the 80s. He was in the main event against Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 2.
Holy cow.
He was big time from Atlantic City,
So,
New
like
Jersey.
late 80s.
Yeah, wrestled for the WWE from 84 to 88, and then came back in 94.
Oh yeah.
King Kong Bundy, rest in peace. Wanted to get that out of the way really quickly. Let's go.
Let's go.
First segment.
Oh.
Corey's got something for us to show us.
On this shit. Finally. So, I always talk about Seven to Eternity.
Yes.
It's my ongoing favorite of all time comic book. I subscribed a long time ago, but the newest run started spring? Like June-ish, I think was that? First time back. Issue 10 was the first one back. And then 11 came around July, and then 12 came around November. And then I was supposed to get my 13th on December.
Right.
And I never got it. So...
Daddy Warbucks over here.
we're at fucking March?
Yeah.
And I just finally got it.
There you go.
My issue 13 of Seven to Eternity, and it's effing beautiful.
That's sweet
freaking
cover.
glory.
So we cover that. Although, that's the constant with these guys. Their artwork
Fucking
is...
Jerome Opina
Yeah.
is fucking phenomenal.
And
artist.
Opina draws it, but then, of course you look closer and it's colored by Matt Hollingsworth.
Yeah.
And that's, the color is... The drawing is amazing. But...
F you.
I got time for that. the coloring is what really pops.
Oh, yeah,
brings it out.
definitely.
So yeah, beautiful stuff.
Because I remember when I follow Jerome and Remender on Instagram, and Opina posted this cover back in like May of last year, and
Okay.
it was black and white. And to see it finally now with its color added, like you said, it makes it because you know all this was black and white, all
Right.
those like weird lava streaks in the
Right.
background and everything, and this big fucking hulking dude just sitting there reading a book.
What's he reading? What's he reading? Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Life.
Galaxy.
He's reading about Adam's life,
There you
probably.
go.
I would assume, like he probably knows everything about Adam Osai.
I bet he's reading 50 Shades of Grey. It's a hot book.
50 Shades of what's the next one?
50 Shades Darker.
No, the next one.
50 Shades
What's the dude's name?
Grey.
No,
His name is Adrian Gray.
no,
Yeah.
no. The one that just came out.
I don't know.
It's a dude's name. It's like 50 Shades of fucking Frank or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. I never read or watched any of them.
These are thick.
Fucking Chill Moose.
Chill Moose. Chill Moose.
I don't usually buy expensive cigars, but I figured I'd get some good ones. And then she gave me a little club membership card, and now if I buy 6 more, I can get 2 of whatever I want from the glass case.
Whoa.
For free.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna go for like a $50 freaking cigar when
Of
I get that
course.
free one,
Of
man.
course. Did you read it? How is it?
I haven't read any of them except for issue 10 coming back because
Right.
I was waiting to have them as a whole, like I always did with the volumes.
Yeah.
And just binge it. I think this is the last one.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I have to look into it. If there is another one, then I'll hold off on this one. I did skim it just to
Right.
see some artwork, and it's fucking beautiful.
Nice.
But I haven't read it yet. I'm sure it's fucking amazing. Poor Remender is just... He's got
Sure.
so much going on right now. He's got 4 different comic issues ongoing right now that he's writing. Plus, he is heavily on-set involved with the Deadly Class show on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
Dude's got to be just fucking overwhelmed as
Yeah.
fuck, but he's also living his dream. Dude
Right.
started his own company in
Right.
his fucking garage.
This is what he's been working for.
Right.
Yeah. He wants to be busy. Cool. 7 to Eternity. Check out the random comic book review in the future, where I'm sure Corey will be
Yep.
drilling you guys through a lot of it. You can find the random comic book review on Suicide Moses Productions YouTube page.
Maybe.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't been doing shit
You know,
lately.
it's nice to take a break. It's nice. To
I
take-
figured instead of forcing myself to do a scheduled thing
Right.
every effing day,
Right.
why not just do it when I feel like it and I
Yeah.
have the urge to? Because it'll
Yeah.
be better. It's
Yeah.
gonna feel more authentic.
Right.
Like my drawings, I've been drawing a lot more, but I
Yeah.
haven't been doing the videos because it kind of takes the fun out of it. I have to set up all my camera work. I have to think about what I'm doing. I get nervous because the camera's on if I F up. So I've just been sitting my tablet on my lap and watching TV and just sketching lately and just posting it on Instagram.
Instagram. Suicide Moses Production on Instagram if you want to see Corey's artwork.
Dude, that last one I did,
The Spider-Man Noir.
I fucked up her head a little bit, but other than that,
Which we'll wait to hear our thoughts on Spider-Man Noir here in a little bit.
oh boy.
We're going to move on now to our next topic. Marvel news. Marvel news. Marvel news.
You can't handle the news.
You can't handle the news.
The Marvel news.
Captain Marvel's set to come out here in 3
Friday.
days. Yeah.
Friday. Last
Disney
night
Plus.
was the red carpet.
Yes,
Did you
it
watch any
was.
of it?
I did not.
I watched a little bit
I was
on
busy last night.
Live stream. Okay.
So yeah, how did that seem? Seemed okay.
I mean, red
So red
carpets
carpet.
for movies are just a bunch of people jacking each other off for their great movie because they're all in the movie.
Right.
And they deserve it. So, good for them, but I shut it off after about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, we got some.
Brie
Robinson-
Larson looked fantastic. Dude.
She-
She's not even. I never really even thought she was all that like of a great looking chick, and then she comes out in that fucking beautiful gown, looking fucking sexy, and I'm like, man, women, they can just turn it on when they want.
They got us men by the balls, as to say. Rotten Tomato reviews are starting to roll in. What do we got?
Okay, so the story behind this, I don't know if you know it.
I don't know what's going on.
with her.
I don't know what's been going on.
So she did an interview where she said some things that she probably shouldn't have
Oh, cripes.
about white men. she basically straight up said in an interview, I don't want white men to watch my movie.
Ooh.
And then in another interview, she tried to correct herself and said, she said dumb white men like 8 times in a span of 3 minutes, saying that I don't hate dumb white men. I just don't think dumb white men this, dumb white men that. Well, stop saying it if you're trying to say that you're trying to go back on what you said,
right.
and backpedal. So guys have been attacking, all over the internet. It's blowing up, and then Rotten Tomatoes used to have a feature where you could uprank a want to see movie.
Yeah.
Like before a movie comes out, you can rank this a movie that you want to see.
Okay.
They did away with that because of Captain Marvel, because it got steamrolled. After those interviews, it got destroyed, and it went from a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes to a 15.
Yeah.
So they did away with that, saying that the past 3 movies that's happened to are Ghostbusters, Black Panther, and now this.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a trend of unconstructive, or what do they say, unconstructive criticism, or things that don't need to be said. So they took that off. So now everybody, it's just up in the air. Is the movie bad? Are people going to go see it not go see it because they think she's a man-hater?
All right. So here's what I'm going to say about the man-hater. I hate white men too.
I knew I was waiting all week to talk to you about this because I was like, he's going to agree with her.
And I'm it's not I know I'm white. I understand that, but maybe
I know.
Maybe she's talking about a certain group of white men, the hate mongers, the fear mongers.
That's the thing, though. This isn't a place for that.
Right. It's not her place.
That's the thing. That's what pissed me off. Right. Not that she's calling out white male critics.
Yeah.
Not that she's calling out dudes who try to put down women.
Misogynists.
It's the fact that, my go-to example of what she should have done and been for this movie is Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
For Wonder Woman.
Right.
In all her interviews leading up to Wonder Woman, she just talked about how she's going to be a
champion for women.
Yeah, well, not even that, just for an overall. She did. Yeah, she said, I want little girls to be able to look up to this, but this is a step for everyone. She never bashed on anyone. Then here comes Brie Larson, cocky as a motherfucker, on every interview saying, F this group, F that group. Well, mainly this one group. And it's why is that what it's about? Yeah. Why isn't it the fact that, it's great. It's a woman-driven movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But the point of that is that everybody is supposed to be equal. We're supposed to be fighting for that. But it seems like it's taking a turn to where groups of other groups are starting to put down us.
Oh no, I asked on the table.
It's alright, we'll clean it up there.
You know
what I mean?
No,
it's starting to turn. It's starting to be a reverse thing, and I hear it all the time. You haven't been oppressed like women have. You haven't been oppressed like minorities have. I get that, but that's not what we're striving towards. No. To reverse it, to oppress us now and oppress a different group. Shouldn't it be? I don't think it should have been about that at all. It's a fucking comic book movie, for one.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you there.
So that's where.
Now I have another part to say, is that I am sick and tired of fans just taking to Rotten Tomatoes to drive movies down.
That's why they got rid of it.
To tank a movie. And here's the real truth of it. Rotten Tomatoes doesn't actually matter.
No.
They're not anyone special.
Nope.
It's a forum where critics can go.
Dude, they burn on a lot of movies that are my favorite movies.
Right. So Rotten Tomatoes isn't the forefront expert on what a good movie is. That's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 1990. Yeah. The original.
Yeah.
It has 26% on Rotten Tomatoes.
See,
that's one of the greatest fucking movies in the world.
Agreed. But I don't think it's right for fans to take to.
Should they have gotten rid of the feature of you know?
All right, so that's kind of silencing. That's kind of taking away the voice of the people in doing that. But if you want to have a credible website and you want people to trust in your opinion, then yeah, you got to do away with the wackadoos.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was like if it was so much. I get that it was like it sounds like a good idea, you know, like have people rank a movie on, you know, if they want to see it or not.
Right.
Sounds like a good idea, but you're also on the internet where everyone's opinion matters.
Yeah.
It's where everybody goes to shove their opinion out there, and they know they're going to be heard.
Right.
Especially on Rotten Tomatoes. That's a very easy thing to steamroll.
Agreed.
So, does Rotten Tomatoes, like you said, it doesn't really mean that this is a bad movie.
Right.
I think it's going to be a bad movie without being steamrolled or without her ripping on white dudes. I don't care about that. I don't care about any of it.
So what are you gonna wait to go? You're gonna wait to see when it comes out? I'm gonna see it.
Are you going to see it this weekend?
I'm gonna try my damnedest to go see it this weekend. I'm hoping to do
I heard there's a Winter Soldier
cameo.
cameo, which makes so much sense because he has that big contract for 9 movies, and they just keep shoving him in these tiny little places to be okay, we did your 9 movies.
That's pretty cool. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, I heard that he makes
in
a
the
cameo.
90s he was killing Howard Stark, so
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. And
I heard 2 spoilers. There was the Winter Soldier shows up at one point, and I heard Super Skrull.
oh, that's cool.
So-
Yeah, Super Skrull is featured in the Marvel Legends toys, the actual Captain Marvel movie line, where you can get a really cool 90s Sam Jackson with 2 eyes. Pretty
Two
good.
eyes.
Uh,
You know, I don't like
what's
Nick
that?
Fury's character in the trailer. I mean, obviously I haven't seen the movie yet.
Right.
It doesn't seem like Nick Fury to me.
Well,
If you change the name,
apparently
know.
at this point he is jaded and he wants to leave S.H.I.E.L.D. So
Makes
he's
sense.
probably a dickhead. And then
for all I know, that could be Zeus from
Die Hard,
Die Hard
with a
2.
Vengeance 3.
3. Yeah, not
Yeah.
Die Harder. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Not
Yeah.
hey Zeus. You see me throwing lightning bolts? My name's Zeus. You're saying hey.
Captain Marvel, March 8th, this Friday. Check it out if you want. Corey won't be there.
I will.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won the Academy Award for Best Animated Picture.
And my God, did it deserve it?
We just watched it this weekend. Corey, Kurtz, did you buy it at Walmart?
No, I bought it on Vudu.
Okay.
I pre-ordered it Friday night last week.
Okay.
And it was supposed to come out on digital Tuesday.
Right.
And it popped up on my Vudu on Monday, early. And then Courtney said I wasn't allowed watching it until Friday night when we could watch it.
Yeah.
And not be, obviously,
Distracted.
distracted. So I had to wait all week. But God, it was worth it.
It was so amazing.
How fucking good is that movie?
Jess and I watched it Sunday night, I think. Hot damn, that was a fantastic movie.
Dude, the animation alone
Oh, yeah.
is worth seeing
Yeah.
that movie.
That's what. Well, before we watched it, Jess was like, "Oh, let's watch a movie," and I was like, "All right." There's this new Spider-Man animated movie.
It's a cartoon.
And she was like, "Oh, what kind of animation?" I was like, "It's kind of a new kind of animation."
Dude, there's parts in there in the background where you're like,
it's
is
moving.
that real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When he's swinging through the streets, when he
Yep.
first gets his costume,
Yep.
and it's raining, and they do 3 different. If you watch the special features, they show the foreground, the background, and they use 3 different cells of different animations to make it look like that.
That's sweet.
So crazy.
Oh, it was so good.
The comic book feature of it,
Yeah.
the way that the actual characters were hand drawn
Oh yeah. Oh,
on
and
top of CG,
yeah,
it was amazing.
yeah. To have multiple styles of animation in one.
It was a different experience than
It was
anything I've ever seen.
It was a wild ride. Kind of fell in love with Miles Morales.
Story-wise,
This
this movie fucking kicks ass.
trumped anything that's out there.
It is by far the best Spider-Man movie that has ever been created.
Yeah, totally.
Not
Totally
only do they give you your Spider-Man, our Spider-Man, right off the bat, badass, our Spider-Man. They show you scenes basically taken straight out of the fucking Sam Raimi movies.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the part where he goes, and I even did this for a while, and it shows him strutting and dancing.
Yeah.
I was
Even though he's wearing the Spider-Man uniform.
Yeah,
it was
but
a little
I-
weird, but
yeah,
it was a nice throwback. You know,
Whatever.
a nice little nod.
Whatever.
They showed him with the train, stopping the
Yeah.
train. They showed him doing a bunch of stuff. It was really cool.
Really cool.
Killed him off. Spoilers. Killed him off pretty quickly.
Yeah, spoilers for a movie that came out in September.
I mean, it just came out. It's not even out physical yet.
It did just, yeah, alright, so you're right. Alright.
Physical comes out next week.
Spoilers.
Digital came out last week.
Sorry about that.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
We kill off our Peter Parker pretty
Yeah.
quick.
Oh, yeah.
I was
very surprised.
okay with that.
I was okay with it, but I was very surprised.
Once I saw they showed him kind of being the goody-goody
Mhm.
Spider-Man,
Mhm.
I was like, I kind of knew before it happened because I knew the Spider-Man that we had saw in the trailer
Right.
wasn't like that.
Right.
So I knew that they were probably going to kill him off pretty quick.
Yeah.
What do you think about the villains?
I thought they were fantastic.
What do you think about Kingpin?
I thought it was great.
God, like
Yeah.
at first when he walks out, it's a little like,
It's a little weird.
whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a little overbearing to see him so.
But it
You
grew on
yeah,
me.
you get so used to it so quick. What did you think about Olivia Octavius? I fucking loved that.
I was more surprised than anything.
Yeah.
When she was just the regular laboratory
Yeah.
lady, and I had no idea all of a sudden
Yeah.
she was just gonna go like full blown evil and rip her lab coat off and be fucking Doc Ock. I'm like, I'm alright with this. She's pretty fucking badass, and that scene in the woods with her fighting him was awesome. The Goblin, Green Goblin, was an actual goblin.
Yeah, a giant goblin, which was sweet.
Yeah,
see.
that's the thing, is like they made choices where you're at the first second you see it, you go, whoa. Okay, this is kind of badass. Like at first glance, you're like, it's a little jarring. Like you said, seeing Kingpin with a tiny head and a gigantic square body.
Oh,
At first glance, you're like, whoa, this is weird. And you ease into it and you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Goblin was awesome. Kingpin was amazing. You know who did the voice of Kingpin?
I did, but I forgot.
Sabretooth from Origins.
Liv Schreiber.
Liv Schreiber.
That's right.
And
That's right.
you've never been able to tell, man.
Yeah, how weird.
He said in the special features, he said he was trying to sound like he had cotton balls shoved up his nose.
Oh, nice.
So he like kind of, and he did like kind of like a raspy growl when he
Yeah.
was talking.
Oh,
Man, he
so
knocked it out of the fucking park.
the voice acting. It's amazing. Everyone killed it.
The chick that did Doc Ock
Yes.
is the chick from Step Brothers, the wife of.
Catherine Hahn.
Yeah,
Yes.
she knocked it out of the fucking park. They all did. Like you said, the voice acting in that fucking.
Lily Tomlin as Aunt May.
I was not ready for Aunt May. I don't know why. I never thought that Aunt May was going to show up.
When
She was such a huge part.
when Miles and Peter B. Parker and Gwen show up to Aunt May's house and she opens the door and she's like, Peter, I was like, damn. I was like, that's.
This is heavy.
Heavy.
Everything right there was
Yeah.
heavy. Like him seeing Mary Jane.
Oh, man.
And like what if she would have saw him?
Yeah.
She thinks fucking her husband's dead.
Yep.
That would have been weird. I was waiting for him to be like, to try to kind of like squeeze his way in there
Yeah.
because he fucked up with his MJ and his universe. I was waiting for that.
Such a great story. Dynamic. Just
For it being a Spider-Verse movie, I thought it was going to get a little overbearing and a little bit too much.
Yes.
But I think that they actually, I don't even want to say they balanced it well. I want to say that they actually underutilized
Yeah.
the characters that they introduced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, obviously, Spider-Gwen was amazing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a huge part, and they
Yeah.
pushed her
Excited to see what she's gonna do in a Spider-Gwen.
at her own movie.
Yes.
F yeah.
That's gonna be
That's
something to
Steinfeld.
see. Haley Steinfeld
did
yes.
her voice. But Spider-Ham
Sorry.
and
Spider-Man Noir.
Noir and the
Spider.
Kyo.
Yeah,
She's a very obscure
Yeah,
Spider-Man comic
right.
book reference, which is pretty cool for them to put that in there.
Yes.
But I thought they were all... There was a really cool end fight scene where they did have them all flashing in
Yeah.
and out.
Yeah.
But other than that, they mainly focused on Miles, Peter B. Parker, and Gwen.
As it should have.
Which
been.
was awesome.
Yeah, which was great.
It kept you grounded a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice to have. You don't want too much Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
You don't want
Spider-Ham would have been, if
You
you
don't
would have
want-
shoved too much in our faces, it would have
right.
been...
You don't want too much.
Just seeing, like-
Spider-Man noir.
In that fight, that final fight,
Yeah.
I was literally going, where's Spider-Ham? And then all of a sudden, he had like one shot where he brought out like a wooden mallet and
yeah.
slammed someone in the head and then made like a stupid comment and walked away. And
Yeah.
I was like, that was awesome.
John Mulaney
Yeah.
did the voice for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Great comedian. I like
it-
his stand-up.
It was fantastic.
They made Kingpin have a human, real element to why he was
Yeah,
doing it. He
yeah.
lost Vanessa and his son.
Right, which was crazy.
Did you notice? Okay, so this is
All right,
weird
here we
and real big,
Let's
and I'm
do
not
it.
sure if it's like 100% confirmed. But he says about Vanessa
Right.
and his son,
Right.
but he doesn't really. They might show a flash of him
Right.
at some point.
Yeah.
But when he sees them, he's trying to get the other ones
Yeah.
from the alternate universe
Right.
to bring them over to him.
Right.
Did you notice when they showed that flash of them standing through the portal, Vanessa and the boy?
Right.
Did you notice the boy was a redhead with red tinted glasses?
I did not notice that. Like our boy Scott said.
Fucking Matt Murdock,
Matt Murdock.
is fucking Kingpin's son
Well-
in the alternate universe.
That's insane. I didn't notice that.
I saw
I
it.
gotta go back and watch it
Yeah.
again, of course.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's actually like confirmed or anything, but damn, did it look like he literally has rose tinted glasses and has like little spiked red tinted hair.
The Prowler
Oh, so good.
was one of my favorite parts.
Huge. I didn't realize he was gonna be such a big
Yeah.
part in the story.
And it was cool to have that as the thing that brings Miles into it.
the Ben part or
The
Ben
Uncle
Parker.
Ben, yeah, the Uncle Ben of the situation.
Right.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was so well done. It deserved the Academy Award.
Oh, yeah.
So well. Just great stuff.
The point where Miles finally gets his suit
Yeah.
and just dives
scene.
off that fucking building. I was like, yeah.
Great stuff. We could talk about this movie
Yeah,
all
we
day,
could.
but
We got
we
to.
have a lot more to talk about today. Moving on, we got a little bit of DC news.
Little bit DC news. I don't know where it's at.
There it is. Boom, there
There
it
it
is.
is.
New Batman, the Batman, 2021.
The
Isn't that what we're waiting? It's like 8 years or something. Rumors as to who is going to be Batman are starting to really kick off here. And there's an interesting rumor that Corey here is going to tell us about after he takes a drink of it.
Okay, so
All right.
Army Hammer. You
Armie
know
Hammer.
what this is?
Yeah, Lone Ranger, the Man from U.N.C.L.E., he did something else.
Never seen this dude before.
Okay.
I heard that this dude was in talks with DC to be the new Batman.
He's a brick shithouse. He's a big guy.
So I looked up the picture of him, and
Right.
I mean, it's not hard to look like Bruce Wayne.
Right.
You got to look like a rich white dude
Yeah.
who could probably beat someone's ass. That's about it.
That's about it.
But here's the thing that I found out about this Armie Hammer guy. Every time there is a character open for casting
Mhm.
in the DC movies, it's for a while now, he is the first rumored person to pop up on everybody's mouth. And it never happens.
Yeah.
He was rumored when they first announced that they were doing a new Green Lantern movie, like 6 years ago.
I remember those talks.
Someone instantly, it was everywhere that Armie Hammer was the new Green Lantern. And that
remember
never
that.
happened. It never panned out. It's not confirmed. So I'm thinking he's just that guy that someone wants in a DC movie and they keep just sprinkling his name out there and then it catches fire and then it never happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like DC is going to be looking for young blood.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out how old he is, because that's a big question
He
that we're
looks
going into.
old.
32.
Yeah, and it seems like to me that they're looking for a...
Young guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is supposed to be a...
If I'm casting Batman, I'm casting somebody that's 25.
Even
So
younger
I
than
can-
that, if we're going with more of a... Like, they're trying to go... I think they're trying to placate to the people that are watching Gotham, and they're wrapping that season up.
Yeah.
So you're going, like, 19, 20, which, obviously, actors are always older than what they cast for.
Right.
So maybe they would cast a 24 or 23-year-old for
Yeah.
an 18, 19-year-old.
Armie Hammer did his big kind of break was he was in The Social Network. He played the Winklevoss twins.
Oh, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, because he played both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Honestly, I don't know who I want to play Batman.
I know it's hard. It's a hard decision.
Ezra Miller.
You said that.
I say it all the
He's the
time.
Flash.
I know. He should be everything.
He's already a DC character, and he's waiting patiently
Well,
for his Flash movie that I just saw an article about like yesterday.
Yikes.
That they're still talking about
Oh
doing.
man. It's
Poor
like,
guy.
It's like the DC Gambit. They're just gonna keep talking about it
Like
forever.
6 years from now, they'll just be like, all right, yeah, we're not doing it.
We're going to talk about a little bit more DC news.
you know something I thought of today?
What do you think of today?
So we talked about Batman Beyond last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before.
Sometime.
If they did a live action movie, which they said they're not, they're doing an animated movie.
Right.
If they did a live action movie, wouldn't it be so badass for the person to play the old Bruce Wayne who's mentoring Terry McGinnis
Could be Michael Keaton.
to be Michael Keaton?
Oh yeah.
Because we had already said that Michael Keaton should come back as Batman, and he's the perfect age for that.
Right.
So, that was a thought I had today.
We had more DC news. We had a little DC trailer come out the other day.
Oh yeah, Shazam's third trailer?
Yeah, I
Second
said
trailer?
second, but they had a TV spot.
Yeah,
So
they definitely added stuff onto that first teaser
right.
a while back.
Right. What did you think?
Yeah, that was bad.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I can't get on board with it. I can't. Everybody's like all hyped on the Shazam train,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is about it that I'm just
Right.
like, it doesn't look bad by
Right.
any means.
Right.
Like it just,
Doesn't look interesting.
yeah, I don't even know how to explain it. Like watching someone. I'm tired of the tongue-in-cheek thing. I'm tired of
the tongue-in-cheek thing's getting old.
Yeah, and then that feels like that's what this whole movie's gonna be.
Is it also a sense of we've seen this before? We've seen the person get their powers and test them out and have to face a big villain their first time up, and if they're not ready, and they gotta get ready, and we just saw this in Doctor Strange. We saw it.
Yep.
We've seen this over the last.
DC's just, that's what everybody's like, oh, DC's finally figuring shit out. And that's great for them.
Yeah.
They need to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you're saying, it's like, okay, so Marvel had their training wheels back in 2008. And now look where we're fucking at. We're going
Yeah.
90 miles an hour on a crotch
Yeah.
rocket.
But then look at.
But they're just getting their training wheels now.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've already seen that.
Yeah.
So it's hard, unless you're a diehard DC fan and you've been waiting for them to.
That's what I was just about to say. It's because I was going to take Spider-Man. I was going to say, look at Spider-Man Homecoming. They didn't have to do that, but everybody knows who Spider-Man is.
We've
Everybody
already seen the
knows
origin story twice in the
right?
past 10
So
years.
you can get away with that. It's different with a character like Shazam because you do have an element of having to introduce this to the masses, but it's the same formula.
Well, unfortunately for that character, the interesting thing about that character is his origin story.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
what's interesting about Shazam?
Right. It's a wisecracking Superman as far
Right.
as I see.
So if you don't see that kid turning into Shazam aspect in the comedic element of him with his buddy
Right.
and them doing things that kids would do, but
Right.
with superpowers, then what's the point of it? That is the point of Shazam. And I don't know. That's not for me, I guess.
No,
that's
you know, and
sparkle fingers. Everybody's all about the sparkle fingers now.
I like Zachary Levi. I like the show Chuck, and I'm excited to see what he can do because he hasn't really had that big role that he needs to carry on his back, other than Chuck, which is a television show. It's different. I'm excited to see what he can do. Am I gonna go see this in theaters? I am not.
You know, it's weird enough. Every time I see new footage added, the suit looks better.
Yeah.
Is that just me,
I
or
think,
or am I getting used to it?
I think you might be getting used to it.
Or are they adding more effects to it as they drop footage?
What is the release date for this movie? Aren't we
soon?
April?
Yeah, it's real soon.
Is it after Endgame or before?
I think it's after.
I think it's before. No, then it would have to be in the next 8 weeks.
Endgame's coming up quick, bro.
Yeah. I tell you, our countdown clock on that is, please. There we go, Shazam. It's gonna take forever.
Sons of bitches.
These bastards. It's gonna come out soon, apparently. Here we go. I'm getting there. I'm doing it.
No, I'm telling them to hold on.
I know. April 5th. So, yeah, before Endgame.
It is before Endgame.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're a couple of weeks away from it. Yeah, I'm not going to go see it. I'm not going to go do it. Can't do it. I can't put money into the DC train. I'm sorry.
You're not going to go see Joker?
I'm going to go see Joker, but that's different. That's putting money into Martin Scorsese's pocket, which I will happily do.
That is the DC train.
Well, it's Martin Scorsese.
Speaking of DC, yeah, freaking big old massive rumor that I read today. Heard/read.
Ooh.
Guess you can't hear when you're reading, but I heard it in my brain that Warner Brothers is in talks of shutting down DC Comics. I do not know even if there is 1% of truth to that, because holy crap, that's a big old fucked of a rumor. But I heard that. I read that
If
today.
DC were smart, they would
Shut down their movie franchise.
Yeah, right. If Warner Brothers and DC were smart, they would take more of the modern comics and adapt them into movies. And because Marvel's not really doing that, they're kind of just taking the characters and making their own stories.
Yeah, they got their Watchmen HBO series coming out next year.
Yeah, coming up real
It's
soon.
loosely based on the graphic novel, so I mean they can take liberties there and do different things, I guess.
Different stuff.
And I think they should push. There are some stories that should be series.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Zack Snyder's Watchmen movie is fucking perfect. It's perfect. But
Big butt.
it's rushed because it's a fucking movie, and he changed the ending.
Yeah.
But it's kind of better.
Yeah. Well, the studio actually wanted the movie to be, instead of centered around the Cold War, they wanted the movie to be centered around the Iraq War. So if the studio had their way,
So maybe they'll do
Warner
that
Brothers,
in
the
series.
show, maybe.
Yeah, do
Never
more
know.
of a modern twist.
Moving on, Dark Phoenix. Slide that DC logo.
Oh, sorry.
Get it.
I'm gonna put this one over here. And I'm gonna get.
We're gonna do some trailer watching
I'm
with
just gonna put
everybody.
it on the bottom quietly, so you can just talk.
There we
You
go.
don't have to worry
Perfect.
about it.
I love it. Last week, it was like Wednesday. I was out of town. We had a second Dark Phoenix trailer, which basically gave you everything.
Yeah.
Right? Am I
Oh
not
no,
wrong
you
there, am I?
definitely are not wrong.
Yeah. Way to just tell you what's gonna happen right the hell away.
Yeah, I don't think that they care anymore. I think we're at that point where I don't know if it's because it's their last movie or it's the last X-Men movie.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, it just seems like... And the funny thing is, watching this second trailer, watching the third trailer that came out
just
today, which is crazy. You dropped another trailer within like 5 days of your second trailer.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad,
X-Men trailers have a weird way of looking good in the trailers.
but I like the X-Men movies.
I know, I do
That's
too.
the thing.
I do too.
That's the thing, is that's where I'm at. Like, I'm gonna see this.
Yeah.
So I don't care how bad this trailer makes me feel.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen every X-Men movie because the X-Men are mine.
Yeah.
Like, out of all comic books, like I've always said about the MCU, I've never been a huge fan of those comic books.
Right.
Those particular ones that they use, the Avengers, all that kind of stuff. I've always been a massive fan of X-Men.
Yeah.
So, and this looks like it's really, really, really based on the story that we know, the Uncanny X-Men of the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. But, like, they just don't seem like they're like, here, this is our movie.
Here's the whole damn ass thing.
Yeah, we're going to show you the death of Mystique.
Yep.
We're going to show you the beginning, the middle, the end.
Yep. Quicksilver's first appearance. Quicksilver was not in the first trailer, so it's nice to see that we're going to have.
Well, we knew he was going to show up. He was
Yeah.
on the cast list like a while back.
that.
It's cool to see that we're going to start getting the detention facilities,
Yep.
and callers are on
Yep.
all of them. So we're leading into Days of Future Past, which is really cool.
Yep.
There's a lot of weird homages paid to X3 that
Okay.
got erased because if you think about it now, we're full circle
Right.
in the timeline.
Yes.
We're back to where we erased
Right.
from Days of Future Past, which is pretty cool to think about in that way.
Go.
And then after
Oh,
getting
this is pretty cool. This bus scene seems like
yeah,
it's
where
going to be
they're going to the
interesting.
detention facility.
But it feels very I've seen it before.
That's what I said. It's a homage
Right.
to X3,
Right,
where they're in
they're
that
taking
trailer.
away,
Yeah.
taking out Juggernaut and multiple
Yes.
men. And,
So it's a weird feeling to, like, I was talking about this today with McGee. I was saying, like, no one's thinking about it in these terms.
click that third one.
Of, like,
Watch it up. Third one for y'all.
that this is a loop. We're back. We're back to where we were. We saw this in 3.
Yeah.
We saw Professor X go to that same street where she just killed Mystique, but
Yep.
he died instead of Mystique.
Right.
So it's really cool. I think it's really cool.
X-Wing looks great.
To see them in space is badass.
Yep.
Which, like we said, the trailer 3 came out today, and we basically got the entire space scene,
Yeah.
which is amazing looking.
Yeah.
Like, this looks fantastic.
Right.
You see her almost die, but then the Phoenix saves her,
Yep.
and that's pretty badass. I'm not a huge fan of the chick that plays Jean Grey. I think I said that before.
Sophia Turner.
Yeah, I'm not a huge
she's
fan of her
kind
acting.
bland. And I guess, I mean,
Yeah.
people say she's really good on Game of Thrones, but I don't watch Game of Thrones,
It's
so
probably because she got railed or something.
Oh.
Isn't there nudity in that?
there's a lot of it.
Yeah, so.
So yeah, we got the schools and pieces, and it's a lot of the same scenes that we saw last
Just
week.
slightly altered.
Just altered and different,
Yep.
a little bit
Added.
moreish.
Yeah. So I read an article, an interview with the director, and people straight out asked him, why would you give out that huge death
Yeah.
in your second trailer? And he basically said he tried to like make it sound okay by saying, like, well, we wanted to show people that what the stakes are in this movie, that things aren't all hunky dory, and like things are really happening in this one. And then by the end of the interview, he basically said, you already knew it was going to happen.
Oh, what an ass.
Like, we all knew she didn't want to be in these movies anymore, so
Right.
we knew she was going to die.
Yeah.
So basically, they filmed her scenes
Yeah.
early on
Right.
with barely any makeup on.
I was gonna
She's,
say, yeah, the
pale
makeup-
as F.
yeah,
It looks terrible.
Yeah.
And they killed her, but then they strung it out probably through the whole effing movie,
Right.
which ruins X-Men for me. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that they centered around her in these newer movies. I don't understand where that came from
No, I
or
don't
the
either.
logic in it.
No, neither. There we go.
I love the scene where Magneto lifts up all the machine guns and is
Yeah.
trying to kill her, and she's just
Well,
dropping all the
if you look closely, Magneto is trying to kill Jessica Chastain's character.
Yeah, who are these two New Mutants?
Well, the blonde lady is an alien, apparently.
Okay, so the white-haired lady's an alien.
Yeah. So there you go. Dark Phoenix trailers. Thanks for watching with us.
I'm not gonna go see it in theater like I did all the other ones.
Yeah.
But I'm pumped to
Why
add
should
it to
I
my
go-
collection.
It's funny because it's like we've seen, 3 trailers. This is probably 10 minutes of footage, but it feels like we've seen the whole fucking
Yeah,
movie.
we know what's happening. I mean, that's the thing though. You're retelling a story
Yeah.
that was already done in the same franchise, in the same universe.
Yep.
So you were already gambling the fact that we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, we already know the Dark Phoenix saga. We already knew what happened in X3.
Yeah.
So we know that you're going to try to take more of a more comic accurate route,
Yeah.
which is fine with me.
Cool.
I'm down with it. I mean, I'm going to enjoy it. Like I said, I'm going to add it to my collection.
Yeah.
It's going to put a
Nice.
cap on the
Yeah.
end of my Fox X-Men run that
Yeah.
I've been watching since 4th grade.
Whew. 2000.
I
2000.
remember in 4th grade, a little girl in my class knew that I liked X-Men
There you go.
and brought a magazine in. She had told me that there was going to be a X-Men movie, and I flat out called her a liar because there's no way there's an X-Men fucking movie. That's my X-Men. Nobody knows what the X-Men are. They're not going to fucking make a huge movie about it. And she brought this magazine in that had little bubbles. It was like a little article with little bubbles of the 90s cartoon
Mm-hmm.
characters side by side with the actors that were playing it, Hugh
Oh.
Jackman and all of them, and I was like,
Ah!
yeah, my mind was blown, and
Good stuff.
here we are now,
Here we are now.
2019.
X-Men
with
Dark Phoenix. Say goodbye. Moving on.
Should I bust that little thing
Nope.
out again?
Nope.
No
We got a
trailers.
little break. We got 2 more trailers, but we're going to talk about something else first. Little rumor that Corey put here on the show list. Possible casting decision for a Metal
He-
Gear Solid. Oh.
He tweeted
Oh.
that he is very interested
Really?
in playing this character. So
Interesting.
it is him. It is Oscar Isaac. saying
Oscar
that
Isaac
he wants to be Snake.
wants to be Snake from Metal Gear Solid. What do you
Hot
think?
damn, I'm
Hot
down.
damn. Yeah.
I saw a fucking picture someone photoshopped of him in the
Oh,
fucking get up with the
nice.
scar and the patch and the fucking bandana, and I'm like, and I talked to a few people about this to get other people's, because Oscar Isaac has a weird way of he's so dynamic in
Yeah.
his characters that he's played
Yes.
that sometimes you're not sure how to take him.
Right. I can see
Like
that.
if you're used to seeing him in the last Star Wars movie
Yes.
and that's it, I could see why you're like, no, why would he be Snake? That doesn't even make any sense.
Right.
But me thinking of all of the roles that I've seen him in,
Yeah.
like Ex Machina,
Drive.
Drive, like those darker, more serious tones. Like I saw Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse
Yes.
before I realized that I had seen him in Ex Machina.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
Like I didn't even know that was him until I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh shit, that's fucking man, you blew this fucking movie out of the water.
Sucker Punch, Drive.
Ooh, he is in Sucker Punch. That's a
Inside
good movie.
Llewellyn Davis, A Most Violent Year, Ex Machina, Star Wars, X-Men, Apocalypse, Suburbicon, great movie.
That's good.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He was the voice for Spider-Man 2099 in the
At the end.
credit scene.
We didn't even talk about
We did
Miguel
not even
Herrera.
talk about that. Oscar Isaac also set to play Gomez Adams in this year's animated.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Whoa, does that make sense? He already looks like him.
So yeah,
Just put a little
great actor.
mustache on him.
Great actor.
Yeah. I think he could do it.
I think I could think he could do great. Now here's my thing.
Video game movies suck.
Video game movies suck.
Yeah, that was a point of McGee's when I was talking
Fassbender
about it.
played Assassin's Creed, and the movie sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree. I mean, we got the chick that was in Ex Machina played fucking Laura Croft.
Yeah.
And that movie
Alicia Vanderkamp
Was subpar.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad movie, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
There is a place in everyone's heart for video game movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck, but why the fuck not? Like, Timothy Olyphant as fucking Hitman. Everybody
like
forgets about that movie.
I like that.
I love that movie.
I don't care for the other Hitman.
I didn't watch Agent 47.
But I like the first Hitman.
Yeah, me too. So, and I like Tomb Raider. I thought it was pretty good.
Decent enough.
So
Good action movie.
if he wants to do it, if he wants to make a little bit of money, and if they're gonna make it like a dark, gritty fucking war, fucking murdering people in silence, why not?
Why not?
Like,
why the hell not?
if you can watch Warzone and like that movie, then
I like Red Dawn. You like Red
the
Dawn?
old Red Dawn or the remake?
The old one.
Yeah.
I like.
I don't know if I ever saw the remake.
I've never seen the remake reboot of Point Break either, and I will
No,
not.
I haven't. Well,
I
that
will
movie,
not effing
that
watch it.
movie shouldn't have been.
Ugh,
rebooted.
gross stuff. Oscar Isaac playing Snake, Metal Gear Solid, the movie. If it happens.
Yeah, I don't know if that's even
If it happens. If it
Hero
happens.
Hero, Nakadirmo, whatever the dude's name is that does those games. I'm sure he has a death grip on the license.
Right.
So if they would make a movie, he's obviously going to be very involved.
Correct.
So it's going to be his choice.
Yeah.
And
I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't know.
We got a couple more trailers to talk about here for the main event of the show.
We're
gonna do Hellboy. Hellboy released their Red Band trailer last week. Did you get the Red Band one? You did. Are we transitioned?
We are.
We are.
Are we?
You're the man in charge. Nope.
Good call.
And we go. Here we go. Exciting stuff.
Do you like it?
I liked it.
You liked it better than the first one?
I loved it better than the first one because it didn't have a dopey 80s song.
The director said last week that this was coming, and he personally guaranteed that it was going to be better than the first one.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
I am so blown away that we're going to see the origin story again.
Yeah.
But what's cool about seeing this origin story again is the way it's going to come about.
Yeah.
It's going to come about from the Blood Queen telling him for the first time where he came from.
Right.
And that's why he gets pissed off at Professor Broom and starts screaming at him saying, "You made me a weapon."
Made me a weapon.
I love that element, and I can almost guarantee in this movie, with what we're seeing here, he is going to join the Blood Queen, and he is going to embrace who he is. Him riding that red dragon with the fucking flaming horns and the fucking sword is him being evil and taking over. Until she does something that is going to show him that he's not on the right side.
Right.
And that's where we see that end scene where he says, "You're fucking crazy."
Yeah.
Him summoning, he summons this demon.
Okay.
This gigantic demon right here is his fault.
Nice.
Guaranteed.
Mila
Jovovich.
Hot tea.
God, she's getting up there, man.
Cool
she's
shit right here. Love this part.
His t-shirt.
Oh, that t-shirt and then this.
Oh yeah, the dude turning into the cheetah.
Yeah.
Straight out of the comic books, man. I love every fucking second of this. Like,
good.
The ring, the cage match between that fucking.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, seriously, like everybody who was pissed about that first trailer, him making out with Mila Jovovich with the fucking blood raining down.
Yeah.
And then
there it is.
It's just it's everything I want in a Hellboy movie.
It looks so good.
You're fucking crazy.
Nice. Whoa, Hellboy.
Yeah. So.
Hey, April 12th.
You back on board?
I'm totally on board again.
Right.
I'm back.
I gotta send that to a few other people that said that they were
I'm back.
Off put by that first one.
No, I'm back. That was great. That was fantastic.
You always gotta wait for the Red Band trailer for rated R movies because that first one they cut was just for the kiddos.
Yeah.
You know?
Which the kiddos aren't going to be going to see it anyway because it's a damn ass. Well,
it's 2019.
Remember when we got kicked out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning? We tried to sneak into there. This was like a long time ago.
I don't remember that.
Really?
Out of all the things that I do remember us doing, I do not remember that.
They tried to kick us out, and I just sat there and acted like I was there the whole time. Didn't work.
I remember you getting kicked out of the mall, and you were holding your arms up over your head, screaming like freedom or something. Or something crazy.
No, it's always crazy. Hellboy, April 12th. Check it out. We're going to be there opening weekend.
Yeah, 2 movies I'm definitely going to see
Very
so
excited.
far this year.
And
are
then we got
Endgame
another one.
and Hellboy.
Oh yeah, Hellboy and Endgame. That's good ones to have. We're gonna talk about another trailer that came out last week. The second trailer for Detective Pikachu, which I tell you what,
It looks fucking good, man. This fucking movie was great.
making it look really good.
I was pissing myself laughing when he gets into the arena
Yeah.
and he's like, "I got this. I fought this dude before."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I can't perform." And then he just like rolls over when he comes out and blowing flames and shit.
It's so
I was
good.
cracking up.
It's so cool to see this world realized. You know, like good on for Ryan Reynolds and
All the fucking Pokemon.
oh, they
in
just
there.
look so good.
Like, if I liked Pokemon, this would probably be blowing my mind even more.
Yeah.
But I don't really know anything about Pokemon, so
Right.
like they're showing. I saw Charizard right there.
Yeah.
I used to have a card of that big buff dude.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Yeah. Really cool thing that they busted out at the end of the trailer was Mew
Yeah, sick shot
Mewtwo.
of Mew. Yeah.
busts out of nowhere. Like, so basically every fucking Generation 1 Pokemon up to Mewtwo is going to be in this fucking
Yeah.
movie, which is awesome.
It makes me seeing Pokemon. Anytime I see Pokemon, it makes me want to buy a Game Boy and the Pokemon.
I never
games.
played any of the old ones.
Oh, they're fun.
Everybody did, but I never had.
I played
never had
them.
any of those. That's why I said I was never ever even a little bit into Pokemon.
Yeah.
I had a few cards because of my buddy, my best friend at the time, Jeremiah, was obsessed with it.
Oof.
And I was into Dragon Ball Z, and I had Dragon Ball Z cards, he had those.
There you go.
So we would just trade
Makes
and do
sense.
weird stuff.
Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu.
Justice Smith.
Yeah.
So is he related to Will Smith?
I don't
or
think so.
Just Smith.
I think it's
just
just
Smith.
a Smith. Yeah. I think
Anytime
that's-
there's any actor with a Smith in there, I'm like,
Yeah.
this part, fucking, where he rolls over, he's like, Pika Pika!
Charizard looks amazing.
Oh, the scales on
yeah,
it. It's
that one
fucking,
just looks so good. Oh,
like, there's fucking Pokemon I've never even
Yeah.
seen before. Like, who the hell's that?
right? There we go.
Boom. I'm
Wow.
pumped about that because I did actually watch the movie
Oh yeah.
when YouTube was
Yep.
first introduced. I remember seeing that when I was little, and that was awesome. So, cool to see everybody.
Yeah. Very
Cool to see it, like you said, realized in a
Yeah.
we haven't had a good live action crossover
Right.
since what? Like a good one, not Smurfs, not Garfield, a good one. Like,
Space Jam.
was Osmosis Jones after Space Jam?
Osmosis Jones was after Space Jam.
So Osmosis Jones was probably the last. You didn't like Osmosis Jones? What? Oh, we can't be friends anymore. Fucking
Show's
Bill
canceled.
Murray and Chris
Show's
Rock.
canceled. 100th episode. Show's canceled. Detective Pikachu. Good. Excited.
Yeah,
Very excited.
you gonna go see it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not that hyped.
No, I'll go see it. I want to make it a point to go see more movies in the theaters. That's one thing I want. That's my New Year's resolution I'm making on March 5th.
Little late.
The Ides of March. Finally, for the closing out the show like we do every week, the Weekly Strain.
We got a couple.
Yeah, we got 2 of them this week. Corey's going to tell us about them because I don't know anything about them.
Ooh. So
Transition that. We got
Oh.
to show the people what it is. Weekly Strange.
keep it strange. So
There we go.
Reggie, I don't know his last name. All I know is his name's Reggie.
Reggie.
Reggie, everybody out there probably knows, the head of Nintendo America
Okay.
has stepped down, which is a big deal because he's very involved in the community. He's
Yeah.
a good guy. Like he likes to do videos with people and
Yeah.
talk about the things that are happening with Nintendo. He's a very involved person.
Right.
He was a good president of Nintendo. He stepped down this past week, retired, and passed the mantle on to, I don't remember his first name, but his last name's Bowser.
His last name is Bowser.
It's like Ted Bowser or something, like really simple first name. But his fucking last name's Bowser. The dude that just took over Nintendo America is Bowser.
I'm looking for it.
Type in new Nintendo America president. Yeah. There you go.
Doug Bowser.
Doug Bowser, Reggie Fils.
Phil Zane.
Phil's Ami.
Doug Bowser?
Doug Bowser has taken over Nintendo.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that fucking like...
That's pretty cool. You think that's the only reason he got the job
I
at
have
Nintendo?
no fucking clue, but it's weird
'Cause,
because like the villain just took over.
Yeah. What if his name was Mario Bowser?
What?
Mind blown.
Or like Peach.
Or what if Doug Bowser took over for Mario? See, it's all weird.
No, I thought that was
That's very strange.
pretty strange.
No, that's very
like
strange.
hearing like
Bowser runs
everybody was
Nintendo.
like, Bowser has taken over for Nintendo. I'm like, is that
that a
a
joke?
joke? So then I
Joking with
actually
me?
read the article and I saw that Reggie stepped down and then Doug Bowser had taken his position.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Strange.
And we got another one.
You ready for this?
I'm ready for it. I'm excited. I don't know what it means.
All right,
but I'm
so
excited.
Pornhub is getting a little buzz going on this past week
Uh-oh.
because someone
Shit.
somewhere was on Pornhub looking through their contracts, their stuff, their things that don't have to do with jacking off or masturbating,
Interesting.
and they came across you,
Me.
me,
Yes.
any of us
Yes.
can submit a amateur video,
Yes.
and they will pay you $38,000 to put your video on Pornhub.
What? Is that real?
They will pay you $38,000 for an amateur video. I'm sure there's more to it, like it has to be this long, or you have to. I don't know. All I read in the article was that they are paying $38K for amateur porn.
Damn.
So I don't know, man. Like 2 of those, I could do 2 videos and pay off my house
Yeah. Yeah.
and have some
Yeah.
have some left over.
Yeah. I could do 2 videos and just be fine.
And that's the thing, like you don't have to show your face.
It's true. You can wear a
You
mask
can
all
be
the time.
asses up the fucking the air, you know.
Asses in the
You
air.
don't know.
That's what Corey's
fucking
video is
know.
going to be called.
Asses in the air.
$38,000.
for porn.
Would you do it? I'm not
Am
gonna.
I gonna do it? No.
Would I do it? Yes. Am I gonna do it?
It reminds me
To
of
be
when we were
continued.
younger, and I was always trying to find things to make money quick.
Right.
And we had always talked about going to the sperm bank.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pay you $1,500 for good sperm. This is like way more money
Yeah.
for something just as simple.
It's interesting. I might hire a video production company and do it right. There you go.
I'm right here,
And,
boy.
and really make it something to behold.
We could
38.
do a story and everything.
Yeah.
You could bust in.
We could do it like 1980 style.
no
and make
shirt
it really
with a fucking
awkward.
tool belt.
Yep.
Fucking talk about like hooking up cable, and you have like one of them old school cable things that people don't use anymore.
There you go. I love it.
Put bunny ears on top of their fucking TV.
$38,000.
I saw a lot of people posting, and they were like, "Hey man, if you see me on Pornhub,
Know that I'm rich.
mind your business."
Yeah, if you see me on Pornhub, know that I have a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. And that's not just fantastic. That's strange.
Tis.
Tis. So that's it for this episode. The 100th episode of the Strange Planet podcast. Big.
Yeah. So, little update.
Ooh.
Anybody who's listening isn't listening right now.
Oh yes.
I am probably not going to be posting audio podcasts
Yeah.
for right now.
Right. Taking a break.
Yeah, I just got a lot. I bit off a lot more than I could chew with this stuff, and I'm just kind of stepping back a little bit. And I figure our YouTube videos are doing fine.
Oh yeah.
And here's the thing: our YouTube video, they get 20, 30 views.
Yeah.
I know personally that those are real people
Right.
watching this.
Yes.
I am 90% sure that almost all the listens we get on SoundCloud are bots.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
It's fine. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's audio is nice, but to focus on the YouTube right now and really do that is where
I like where we're at. I
Yeah,
like what we're
where
doing.
we're at.
I think this is
fantastic.
better.
Big giant thank you to anyone who's ever listened and watched and enjoyed the Strange Planet podcast. Big thank you to Corey's wife Courtney, who allows us to come here in the basement and talk about nonsense for an hour every week. Big thank you to James May, one of the originators of the Strange Planet podcast, Mr. James May.
He was here till episode 75.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for everything that you've ever done for us, brother. It's been wonderful. And my final thank you goes to this gentleman right here. Without this guy, the show wouldn't be what it is. We wouldn't be moving as far as we are. We wouldn't even be at 100. So
I can't believe it only took 3 years, but here we are.
Here we are.
Most
Most
podcasts do like what, one per week a year, so they hit 100 easy.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah.
We took this a little bit longer. Cool. Jess and Bert were watching the live stream whenever it started. Put it on the television.
Oh, nice.
So that was cool. Big thank you to everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
seriously,
Here's to 100 more. Here's to 100 more.
Yeah.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Strange Planet Podcast. We have been your hosts. This has been
Corey James.
and I've been Anthony Zevatek. Have a strange day.
Later, guys.